Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to At Home in the Shed. I've noticed on YouTube, if you put At Home in the Shed, no one can find us. So what I'd suggest is if you put At Home in the Shed VHS, you'll always search for us. But if you put that in, it means you found us. Anyway.
Yeah.
So it's pointless, that. So
Yeah.
ignore what I just said. But yeah, got Gary here.
Yeah.
Pops over.
Yeah.
Special guest.
Special guest.
Gary here this week.
Special guest in the house.
Got a couple of little classics again this week, I believe.
Yeah. We've well, your colleague suggested
Yes.
about he'd like us to talk about spaghetti westerns, didn't he?
Graham, yeah, and we thought we'd do it. Not a big spaghetti western fan myself, but I've got a few that I like here and there. But you know,
that's it. I mean, I'm the same as you, really. I mean, I've always liked the Clint Eastwood ones and that. I mean, there's loads of other ones, loads of Italian westerns, and you know. I mean, my dad he liked westerns, but he liked those
he loved it.
classic ones, you know, like Shane and the Searchers, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I can remember growing up and watching the spaghetti westerns, and I liked them, you know, especially when Clint Eastwood had that poncho on, and he had a metal plate underneath it, didn't he, one day?
That's
or something,
right.
and all this machine gun.
That's
and that.
right.
But yeah, so what I'll do then, I'll kick off then with the first two which I could find, which is indeed old Clint. Old Clint. Where is it? Right, there we go. So these are the two that I've got. That is for a few dollars more, and a fistful of dollars.
Right.
So
I've seen them both. Great films.
Yeah. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is obviously the one, you know, everyone knows, don't they? You know, but I haven't got that one, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I think that they were directed by Ennio Morricone, I think, and he was like a not Ennio Morricone, Sergio Leone, wasn't it? Sergio Leone, because Ennio Morricone is the guy who writes the themes and the music and that. But most of these films were done by Sergio Leone, starred Clint Eastwood, Lee Van Cleef, Eli Wallach, you know. So, but that one, as you can see, it's still got the $5.99 sticker on it.
Push your boat out with that one, didn't you? Look at that.
Well, actually, someone gave me that. Actually, I must admit, someone gave me that, and that was about to be dispatched to the charity shop. But then, when you suggested about spaghetti westerns, and I thought, I'll dig that out, and I'll probably keep it now. Actually,
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, a lot of charity shops don't take videos anymore.
No,
you know, they just don't take them. They don't even sell them. Obviously, they just don't want them. They just probably take up too much room. So, you know, I mean, aside from some of the real crap ones I've got, I think I'm gonna have to keep some now. Just keep them, and you know, I don't care if they take up a load of room anyway. I don't care if I have a whole room full. You know,
come on now. You calm yourself down. Don't want to get out of hand, do we? It's bad enough for his record collection.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's getting out of control.
Have you actually done a recce on how many you got?
Well, it's funny enough. I've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube of like people with their record collections, and I'm not that bad actually. I mean, some people have got like close to 20 to 30,000 records in their house. I'd say I've probably got about a couple of thousand. I reckon.
Bad enough, isn't it?
It's bad enough, yeah. And they're heavy as well.
Yeah.
They're hard to. They're heavy to, you know, sort out and keep moving around. Like, you know what I mean?
But off track again.
Yeah,
Don't we?
yeah, gone off the track. Yeah,
happens.
yeah. But so that's for a few dollars more. That's.
What would you say is your favourite?
Well, I mean, I only watched this the other night actually for a few dollars more. I got in late at night, and it was on. Actually, happened to be on BBC Two, and it was on BBC Two HD. So the picture was really good, you know, and it was quite good. It was better than I remembered it actually. Lee Van Cleef and Klaus Kinski's in it.
Yeah.
Klaus Kinski's like another mad actor, isn't he? Like, you know.
And they used to make a lot of these westerns and spaghetti westerns in Jellystone Park, didn't they?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Where Yogi Bear was famous for.
Yeah, San Francisco and those sorts of places, like the back lots of Universal Studios and that, you know. But I do think some of these were filmed in Spain. I think some of them were filmed in places like Tenerife and that, you know, because they were. I mean, I used to think they were Spanish, but they're Italian, aren't they?
Yeah,
they're mostly Italian, you know.
I suppose the idea is spaghetti.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. But so there is the Clint Eastwood there, and just to You just take that. This is just.
And as you can see, we're actually sitting right in the heart of Western country.
That's it.
We're actually sitting in quite a dangerous town. Yeah. You can see behind, you know.
Dry water gulch.
Yeah, it's getting a bit warm in here as well, isn't it?
Something like that in the back.
Here you go. Hang on, what's this?
This is just like a soundtrack of like spaghetti western themes, and I've had this for ages. It's just been knocking about, you know. It's not actually the real stuff. It's the people call themselves the Hollywood sound makers.
Oh, okay.
So they're not the actual themes. They're just like, you know, their variation of it. But yeah, it's not bad.
Oh,
it's
cool.
not. And there he is. Was it they used to call Clint Eastwood the man with no name or something, wasn't it?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
We did have a name, didn't he?
Yeah.
It's Clint Eastwood.
That's right. Yeah.
And there was a lot of talk that he was Stan Laurel's son or something, wasn't it?
They did
which
that.
was a load of rubbish.
Yeah, I don't think it was true, like, you know. But I mean, it's, you know, but he's about 89 now, isn't he? I think.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Not Stan Laurel, but Clint Eastwood.
Clint, yeah. But he's getting on now, isn't he?
Yeah, do like
he's still
him.
good though.
Yeah. Oh, he's marvellous.
Yeah, I mean, I've always liked Clint Eastwood. I mean, I can remember, like, obviously these westerns. I mean, I remember seeing these as a kid growing up and that. But there was another film that he made called The Beguiled, which was good, where it was set in the Civil War, and he was injured, and he got took into this like girls' school or this like ladies' finishing school. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do. But I'm getting it mixed up with Humphrey Bogart.
Yeah.
When he goes to that, when he's on that island, and he goes in with a girls' school.
Yeah, that's right. That's another one, isn't it? That's another similar sort of thing. Yeah. But I mean, yeah, he made obviously Dirty Harry, Magnum Force, all them films. You know, they're all good. They're all good stuff. You know.
Yeah. Well, we're Dirty Harry fans, aren't we? Definitely.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I've always loved Dirty Harry. You know, Magnum Force, The Enforcer. Yeah. All those films. You know.
Pigeon-toed Orange Peel.
Coogan's Bluff. Yeah. No, I forgot about. Yeah.
But and you've got obviously the later ones like Gran Torino, which was superb. You've seen it, haven't you?
Yeah.
Brilliant film.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
I mean, he's the last one he just made. Actually, The Mule is really good as well, where he plays like he's an old boy in it, and he just gets involved with like ferrying drugs across the border.
Yeah, I haven't seen that yet, but I've heard of it.
It is good. Yeah, it's good. And he's really old in it now. You know, you're thinking, wow, he's getting on a bit now, but he's still funny in it. You know,
he is. He's got a lot of comedy element.
Yeah,
hasn't he, a little
definitely
bit,
got a dry sense of humour. He has, you know.
But even in some of the spaghetti westerns, there was a little bit of comedy.
Oh
yeah,
there,
you know?
Always. Yeah, I mean. It's like the classic scene we always talk about, in it, when he's being harassed by them three Mexicans and they kick his donkey or something.
That's right.
And he says something about insulting his donkey and that he doesn't like to be insulted and all that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Crazy, isn't it? Yeah. So I've got a couple more here. I've got two more westerns. These are more like your cultish kind of westerns.
Which we're famous for.
Well, yeah.
At Home in the Shed, we get some obscure stuff, don't we?
Well, of course, yeah. I mean, and the reason why I got these is because they was on Movie Drome years ago. Because Alex Cox and Movie Drome, he used to love spaghetti westerns. I mean, Good, the Bad, and the Ugly was on there, but he also used to show these ones. And this is one which is directed by a guy called Damiana or something, and it's Klaus Kinski. There he is on the front there. Bullet for the General. And Klaus Kinski was another actor that was in. He was in that for a few dollars more actually, and he was another one of them, sort of like one of those actors that apparently he was just as mad in real life as he was on the screen. You know.
Okay.
And he's in a lot of those, a lot of westerns.
I've seen him before.
Yeah.
He looks almost cross-eyed, doesn't he?
Yeah. He's got a sort of like I don't know, like an original kind of look about him, isn't he? You know. But as you can see, that is actually the spaghetti western collection there, you know.
Yeah.
But I've not watched that in ages. But it's it's good. They're good, you know.
Made 2 years before the Wild Bunch. That was.
Yeah. So
Sam Peckinpah.
Yeah. So Wild Bunch was another sort of classic western, wasn't it?
Yeah.
One of the most violent films ever.
What was that one like?
Yeah, it was pretty good. From what I can remember, I've not watched it for a long time, but it was pretty good. Yeah. And it's the other actor on the front, John Maria Volante or something.
Yeah.
I think he's the one who's in all the Klimt films as well. You know. Yeah. And then this one is another one which is a little bit It's Sergio Salino. I've never heard of him, but this is called Face to Face. That's another one, which was on Movie Drone. I mean, I think that video, I had to search for that, and it is a good film. It's more about the way it's filmed and shot, really. You know, it's like really like the camera work, and it's really good, and it's all, like I said, filmed in the desert and that, you know. And yeah, it was one of them. I've never heard of that label Active before.
No, I haven't. No.
It was quite hard to find, but
yeah, it looks like a bit of a rare one, that.
Yeah, but it was good. So I'll have to get around to watching these. This is the good thing about this, when someone suggests something and you think, oh, you dig out all your stuff, didn't you?
Yeah.
And then you think, oh, I'll have to watch a few of these again, you know, because it's been ages since I watched them.
And that's called Face to Face.
Face to Face, yeah.
Or Fascia to Fascia.
Fascia to Fascia, yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
Want to look
Good
out
stuff,
for that.
Yeah.
As I say, we'll put a couple of little clips up there. By the way, I got a little telling off from YouTube last week.
Oh, did you?
For using someone's trailer.
Oh.
It's a trailer.
Yeah.
Doing it for you. Got an email from them, so it's your first kick up the nuts.
What trailer was? Which trailer was it? Can you remember which trailer it was?
I think it might have been the Christie Canyon one.
Oh, it might have been that one.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's probably why then. I mean, you know, perhaps it's just not so much the use of the trailer.
It's the old Lils
but
whipping about at the end.
The use of the... probably like, perhaps they would expect you to sign in when you watch it, you know what I mean?
Don't know.
Perhaps a thing like that, I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I mean, you know, well, the viewers got to see it. So.
We put our lives at risk.
That's it. Yeah, putting ourselves on the line. You know what I mean?
For you guys.
Could have got in a lot of trouble over that.
Yeah.
But, you know, what the hell? Be damned, eh?
I know. Shit.
Right, the last one of the westerns. We've got these lobby cards here. The last ones of the westerns. This is one of the best. This is one of the most, probably the cult western, and it's Franco Nero and it's Django.
Yeah. Is that the latest one or the older one?
This is the old one.
Yeah, because I've only seen the newer one, which is quite bloodthirsty.
Yeah, this is the original 1969, 1970 version, I think.
My dad's favourite and the missus, they used to watch this a lot.
Yeah, it's good. It's I mean, I like Tarantino's Django as well. I think it's really good.
Yeah.
But this is like one of the, apart from the Good, the Bad and the Ugly and the Clint Eastwood ones, this is probably the most famous of the spaghetti westerns.
Most violent, do you think? Out of them all?
It is quite violent, yeah. The actor Franco Nero, I think he's still alive. He had this sort of like this like chiselled Italian face, you know.
Right.
And like a classic looking actor.
Him there,
that's him there, yeah.
Well, it looks a little bit like Oliver Reed.
It does actually. I was just thinking that. It does look like Oliver Reed.
I'll put a picture up of him.
Yeah. And he was in quite a few foreign films because he was Italian anyway, and he was in a lot of like Italian films and a few like European pictures and that. But Django was like what he's basically known for. But in the film, he's got like I think he's on horseback, and he just carries his coffin around all the time.
Right.
He's just dragging his coffin around.
That sounds familiar, that one.
And once he opens the coffin, out comes that dirty great machine gun, you know.
A little bit like Desperados as well. It was Desperado, wasn't it?
Yeah, what the Antonio Banderas thing is it? Was that Desperado?
Something like that. I can't remember now.
So Antonio Banderas.
Yeah.
But yeah, similar sort of thing. But I mean, it's great actually. I mean, I've watched it a few times and it is good, like, you know, because it's the same old thing, you know. It's the usual story. Rides into town and they're all taking a rise out of him, and he's got this dragging his coffin along, and then he drags that big gun out of there, you know. It's just like outrageous, really. Just like,
I think it'd be easier just to have it on your back or something, wouldn't you?
And it's
dragging a
casket
round.
He's dragging it around. But yeah, I can't remember who else is in it. Does it say on the front who's in it? I think it just says The Ultimate Western, banned for 25 years. So it was banned at some point as well, probably because of the violence, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, might not have been able to see it in this country, perhaps, for a few years. I mean, it's ridiculous, really, because I mean, they even banned the Wild One, Marlon Brando's The Wild One, when it first came out, and it was first shown in this country in 1969.
Yeah.
And the film was made in 1954. Same thing with Black Ball Jungle. I think they barred that for a while because they were frightened of kids were going to rip the cinema up, you know.
Yeah, Sidney Poitier. Was it?
Yeah, that's right.
Brilliant film.
Yeah.
That I love that film.
Blackball Jungle. That's a classic, that, isn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, we'll have to do a special one day on, you know, 50s.
Or 50s.
50s, or like teenage juvenile delinquent films or
Yeah,
something.
okay, yeah. As I say, keep the comments coming and the suggestions, because it really does help us out. And it's good, as Gary said, it's good for us to watch back. You know,
Yeah.
so some of them I've been watching, that we've reviewed and that. And
yeah, that's right. You know, you forget, didn't you?
You do.
You forget,
You
like, you know, you see the films and you buy them, whatever, and you watch them once, you put them away. When they're on TV, it's different because you watch them.
Yeah.
But you know, it's like that one They Live. You know, I mean, and hadn't watched that, you know, for ages. But then talking about it, then you go back and watch it, didn't you?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah. So the next thing I've got here is these.
Oh yeah.
Once again, it's this was another Western which was quite violent. Soldier Blue.
I was going to bring it down for the loft, but Gary
Yeah.
bought some. What did you call these?
Well,
cards?
these are called lobby cards, and I just happened to have that. And it's Soldier Blue was, once again, it was a Western that was quite violent. I think it was banned for so many years.
Yeah, it was.
Around about the same time as the Wild Bunch and Straw Dogs at the same sort of time. You know, early 70s.
Candice Bergen and all.
Yeah.
Donald Pleasance can't
That's
whack
it.
him, can you?
He's in it, isn't he? Yeah. But no, what these are I got these a good few years ago now. This sort of like antiques and collectors fair thing I went to with Mum and Dad, and just happened to be a stall and the guy was selling all these, and they're lobby cards. So years ago when you went to the pictures, and you'd sort of like you'd come out after, wouldn't you? And there'd be that glass case outside the cinema, and they'd have like 3 or 4 of these in the glass case.
Oh,
And
right. Is that what they're from?
you'd say, oh yeah, I remember that bit. Or you'd see like a picture of Roger Moore with Jane Seymour or something, you
Yeah,
know, from
really
the film.
good.
And that's what they call it. And a lot of people collect these. I mean, do you want to? There's a few there if you want to just hold them up.
Well, what I do, you get the general idea, but what I'll do is take a couple of photos and put them up on the screen. There they are.
And you can
lobby
see
cards.
You can see what they are.
Yeah, they're brilliant. They are.
And
I mean, they're little collector's items.
yeah,
there,
I mean, you know, they're
I
pretty.
like him.
Yeah.
What's his name?
But that actor there, Charles Durning,
Yeah.
isn't it? That's a good one. I like. That's my favourite. That one there.
That's great.
The black and white one of
Again, I'll put it up behind, but
Yeah.
there's one of Kojak there.
Telly
Telly
Savalas.
Savalas,
Yeah, but
brilliant.
yeah, I mean, and you occasionally do see them on eBay and things like this. I mean, people collect them. I just chanced to come across these, and I was glad to get them. That's another film I've never seen. That Drum with Warren Oates, Yaphet Kotto, Pam Grier. Yeah, never seen that one. Yeah.
And I've just spotted one there, Jim Kelly.
Yeah, Jim Kelly. Yeah,
From
that's it.
Black Belt Jones, wasn't it?
Yeah, there he is. The 3 the
There
hard
he is,
way.
look at that.
That's it, yeah.
Lift it up a little bit. There you go.
3 the hard way.
Brilliant.
Blaxploitation.
Yeah, good film. That.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the that's all the Western thing.
Lovely.
Now what else have I got here?
Hang on a minute.
Oh no, this was something which I wanted to be talking about for quite a while actually.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Still gives me the creeps, that thing.
It is, isn't it? It is. I remember the first time I see this late night on Channel 4, and I thought to myself, got to be the most craziest horror film ever, you know, just for the sheer look of it. And it is the classic Nosferatu.
I don't know if anyone else feels the same, but when I look, there he is behind. You know, I'm putting him up now. That's horrible.
Yeah, I know.
That's horrible.
It was horrific. I mean, that was made in 1922. That was that film, and it's silent, of course.
Yeah.
You know.
I think that makes it worse.
Yeah, but it's just so eerie and creepy looking, isn't it? I mean, and the fact that a lot of those films that were made in the 20s, that didn't have sound, you know, those early horror films, they because they relied more on like the effects of it, I suppose, and the makeup and that. And they definitely are quite. I mean, there's another one called The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari or something, which is creepy. But I mean, I remember seeing that film Nosferatu when it was on Channel 4, you know, and you know, I remember thinking at the time, God, this is so weird, you know. And look at him, look, them fingers and that head.
It is. It's horrific. I mean, what got me in that film was when you see like little shadows of him approaching, and you think, you just don't want to look at him.
Yeah.
And there's quite a few close-ups of him sort of turning.
I know.
And looking,
Yeah,
and
he's
think,
really. I mean, his name. I don't know whether it was the actor was called Max Schreck, or the director was called Max Schreck, but the actor who played him, I mean, you know, he was really, really like the makeup was just really horrific, when he hideous, you know.
I mean, that'd be perfect for a fancy dress party, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Because you never see anyone go as Nosferatu.
No.
I'll tell you about my mate who was going to a fancy dress party dressed as an Italian island.
An Italian island?
Yeah, I told him not to be so silly. But, just one of them
Now,
little,
you see, I didn't see that coming.
all in the delivery.
Should have seen that coming.
Yeah. So
Oh,
what can I say? Jokes, Nosferatu,
Yeah.
and a bit of Eastwood.
Nosferatu. I mean, that Nosferatu, it was remade in the 70s by this German director called Werner Herzog.
Right.
And the guy who played Nosferatu was our mate Klaus Kinski again from Bullet for the General. And he was really, I mean...
Is that why the link? Is that why you bought
Well, no, I might have done. I might have subconsciously thought about it, but I dug that out to talk about anyway, because I remember you saying about when you saw it, you thought it was like it had an effect on you.
It did, yeah. It's PG and all, look.
Yeah, I know.
Show that to kids.
I know. And it's quite long. It's quite a long film, you know. And the only problem is with those silent films is the music in it. The music starts to get on your nerves, you know. It sort of tends to jolt. It goes on too long, you know. But the remake from 1979 was Klaus Kinski, and it's all right. It's not bad, but I don't think you can beat that original.
You
really,
can't.
it's just
too much. That
it's just a classic, you know.
gets me, that film.
Yeah. So yeah, Nosferatu, yeah, and then I got this one. This is another one I dug out of the archives. This is another one, and the ultimate cult classic. This, it's called Tracks, and it's Dennis Hopper.
Oh well, can't whack him.
Yeah, yeah.
Shame he died.
Yeah, I liked him. I liked Dennis Hopper.
Brilliant actor.
I mean,
one of my favourites.
He was in when he was very young. He was in Rebel Without a Cause. He was one of the actors in that. Then he was in Easy Rider, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Which he directed.
course,
Easy
yeah.
Rider,
Yeah.
I think, or Peter Font. No, he directed Easy Rider. And then he was out of the wilderness for years. He was so high on drugs that he was just disappeared off the radar. But this film was made about 1976, and it's once again it was a movie drone thing, you know, which was on one night, and the story is about him bringing his friend back on. He's come back from Vietnam,
Right.
and he's got the body in a coffin on the train, and they're coming back, you know. But it's a weird kind of film, you know. I mean, I don't know whether it's out on DVD. I don't think it is, but I just come across that one day in a charity shop, you know, and I've never seen it anywhere else, so I think it's quite rare.
Channel Video, never heard of
Yeah,
that.
but it's Dennis Hopper, and the guy who directs it's called Henry Jaglom. Never heard of him either.
There was a story with Dennis Hopper when he done Blue Velvet, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Didn't he phone up? Was it David? No, it wasn't David. Who was it?
What, the guy who directed
Yeah,
it?
Twin Peaks.
David Lynch.
David Lynch.
Yeah,
And didn't he phone David Lynch and say, I am the character he plays in it?
yeah, I think
He
so.
phoned him and said, I'm him.
Yeah.
Like, he just lost it
yeah,
for a minute.
yeah,
like,
I know.
said,
He was like a bit of a method actor and that.
yeah, Frank someone
But,
in it, wasn't he?
Yeah, the guy, and he had that that oxygen mask all the time, didn't he, or something?
But it's a great scene when they've got the Roy Orbison song playing, In Dreams.
Yeah.
And he goes, In Dreams, you know.
Yeah.
It's just something about that
He
scene.
really is. I mean, he's like over the top, isn't he? Like, you know, he's like.
But I may
know.
put a bit of that up. That
Yeah.
scene from Blue Velvet. Have a look, you know.
Yeah.
It's great. We'll shut up for a few seconds, and as you can see behind there, it is.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. It's good,
I
good
love
stuff. I mean, the thing is, what I like about him as well is that we was talking earlier, weren't we, about colours,
Yeah. Oh.
and he directed that. He directed
Who
colours.
did?
Yeah, Dennis Hopper.
Did he really?
Yeah, he
I
did.
never knew that.
Yeah, he directed colours, because I remember when I first watched it, and it came up like directed by Dennis Hopper, and I thought, what, the Dennis Hopper? Because I knew he'd done Easy Rider, but he hadn't made any that many more films, you know. But yeah, he directed colours.
Colours, fantastic film. If
Yeah.
you've never seen that, you know, again, I'll put a little clip up.
Brilliant.
You know, again,
Yeah.
I keep saying one of my favourites, but that is
Yeah,
the music,
Definitely,
everything.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
you've got
Well, probably the first film, you know, first mainstream film to deal with like the Hollywood, the gang situation.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
in LA. Yeah.
I mean, there was other films, I suppose, that hinted at it years ago,
but not like
Colours
that.
was like, you know, the real deal, wasn't it? You know, you had Sean Penn, Robert Duvall.
Played a man called Pac-Man, didn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
Because he had a yellow car in it, wasn't it? That's why they could, you know.
Yeah, Pac-Man.
Yeah.
And it's just great, wasn't it? I mean, you know, it's just perfect when you watch it. It's just how they are, how it was out there, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we'd have to perhaps dig that out of the archives one night, have a chat about that, you know.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
No, great stuff.
Right, well, once again, I've saved the best till last.
Saint off the wall here, I reckon.
This is a bit sort of like a bit of a wild card. This is.
Well, after that Pac-Man thing the other week, who knows?
It's a bit of a wild card. This because obviously, you know, every week we like to sort of like lean a little bit towards the adult side of things. You know, like
in what respect?
we can go a little bit sort of like towards you know the.
Well, you actually say we. There's
Well,
no we about it. I've come here for genuine movies, and it always ends up down the blue street.
I feel that I should always try and dig something out of the archives. You know, something a bit, you know, a little bit risky, whatever.
Yeah.
And what I've got this week,
Unreal.
I've had this a while actually, this record, but I thought it was a good idea to bring it along today. And it's the
Britt Ekland.
it's the 12-inch disco classic of "Do It to Me One More Time with Feeling," and the second side's called "Private Party," and it's Britt Ekland.
Right.
And the good thing about this is the gatefold sleeve.
What do
Really,
you mean?
it sort of opens up a little
Oh
bit.
dear God! Look at this.
So anyone who likes Britt Ekland, I think they might like that. You know,
If you remember rightly, she was married to Peter Sellers.
she was, yeah. And I mean, I always liked her anyway, Britt Ekland. I mean, you know, it seemed like back in the 70s, everyone was getting on the bandwagon and making a disco record, you know. But it is quite a good record.
Yeah.
But I like her. Yeah, I liked her in like Get Carter, and she was in a few films, wasn't she? Like obviously with Peter Sellers and that.
Do you know what? He's putting me off slightly though.
What's that?
The hairstyle's like Darth Vader.
Yeah, it is a little bit, isn't
It
it?
is. Look. Whack.
Yeah,
Luke,
it's
look.
a bit of a shame,
Yeah,
really,
hello.
because
What
it's a bit of a shame, really, because she obviously looked a lot better when she had that nice long blonde hair she used to have. But she has gone a bit Darth Vader, hasn't she? With that,
Yeah, again. Here it is again.
with that hair, you know.
The crystal ball
Yeah,
covering up the old pipe.
yeah.
But,
No airbrushing in there, don't
No.
like it. Oh,
no. She's getting all out of hand here now. Look.
Darth Vader.
That's like Darth Vader image of him. Never thought I'd say that about Britt Ekland.
I know,
but, you know.
Yeah. There you go. That's my little wild card for the week. You know, left field wild card.
Again, he nearly slips up and told me what was in the bag, but
Yeah.
I managed to stop it. You know, and say, look, you know, I need to be as surprised as
That's it.
the viewers,
Yeah.
really.
It's got to be spontaneous, isn't it? You know, you've got to be able to sort of like, you know, see the thing and
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
you know, just
it's a shock sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, some of it obviously I have to censor if I get an idea of what he's going to show. I have to censor because I don't want to get another telling off from YouTube.
yeah.
Otherwise, going to get a bit of a reputation.
Yeah,
on
I know. That's it. That's why I thought, you know, just a little bit, something a little bit, sort of, you know, a bit risque, like,
Nothing
you know,
wrong with that.
just a little bit of. But I mean, the thing is that all these disco sleeves from the 70s and that, they was all like, you know, a little bit like that, you know, and because it's Britt Ekland, I mean, you know, what more could you expect, really?
Yeah,
You know.
fair enough.
Yeah.
But we're going to do a couple of probably I think we're going to do one episode on Tracy Lords, aren't we? You said you wanted to do.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we could do. Yeah,
And
yeah.
the old Emmanuel classics, I reckon.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, well, I've got a couple of those, I think, on DVD and the records as well. I used to have the Emmanuel soundtrack,
Doesn't
actually.
surprise me at all.
Sylvia
Well,
Crystal.
what would that be?
Huh?
Just like what sort of noises would be on that?
Well, the Emmanuel album is there's a couple of tracks on there which like crate diggers go for, like, you know, into like it's got a couple of beats on it, you know, drum breaks.
Oh,
and that.
okay.
But it's mostly just like that kind of like that sort of music, you know, like. But it's not that good.
No.
It's not that good,
No.
really. No, it's not like you'd imagine. I mean, do you remember years ago when you'd hear that sort of that music from the 70s, and you'd say, "Oh, this just sounds like the music from porn film soundtracks, isn't it?"
Yeah.
Like like that sort of like funky music and that.
A bit like French Kiss. That time. Remember that
exactly,
when they come out?
Yeah. But no, like I said, just got to get in the archives and dig out some more stuff.
Yeah. As I say, there's a big move impending, isn't there? So you might even find some stuff you didn't realise you had.
Yeah, I reckon I've probably got loads of stuff which I haven't looked at for ages actually. So I'm sure I can find some more bits and pieces, like.
Well, as I say, what we're going to do now, we're going to probably leave it there, but it's getting a bit warm in this desert town.
Yeah, starting to sweat a little bit now because the man with no name's on his way, like, and we've got to get out of town, so you can't hang around too long, innit?
Well, that's it.
Yeah.
God knows what they're going to think when there's an album of Britt Ekland laying on the floor, outside a saloon. But over and out.
Okay.
Thanks for watching. And I'll see you not next week after, innit?
Yeah. Every other week usually.
Every other week. So make sure you tune in once a week.
Don't
at
forget
least,
any requests, anything you want us to talk about. If we've got it, we'd gladly dig it out and have a chat.
And someone suggested, I think it was Rob at work, that suggested we should do a quote each week.
A quote, yeah.
But I did think of one earlier. I can't remember what it was.
It wasn't the one about the blue and the green, was it?
Oh yeah. This is one for the evening, isn't
it? Yeah.
Remember, blue and green should never be seen. Only on a beauty queen.
That's right, yeah.
I don't know what it means either.
No, I don't know. No, but obviously.
There's your first quote.
Yeah.
Rob, hope you're happy.
Blue and green should never be seen, only on a beauty queen.
Yeah.
That's it.
But maybe it's a suggestion of the...
It could be. Yeah, it could be.
Right. Had enough. Gonna go and upload this baby. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and I'll see you in a week or so's time.
Cheers.
Ta-da.